So, yeah.
Well, friends, this is Pastor Artur Pawlowski, and I'm here on my tour in the United States, and I came across a hero, a true hero. You know, people call me hero, but no, that's a true hero, and you're about to meet a hero, American hero, right here.
Well,
Tell us.
put me on the spot.
I know, I do that.
So we're doing an interview now, huh?
So-
it went from a visit to an interview. That's pretty good.
So, tell us what happened. We came to your restaurant,
Yes.
and I was reading some of your stuff out there, and it's fascinating. But there is so much more. You were sharing with us, and I needed to grab that camera and hear some more for others to get that boldness, that courage from you.
Sure. So what's your question? What's your first question?
So-
I'll let you interview me. Go ahead.
Okay, so tell me how this whole craziness started. You said that you have to start fighting from the very beginning. Tyranny
Yes.
enters the door.
Yes. So for me, when I heard about the lockdowns happening in China, I thought to myself, in China, that's what they do there. China, like, they lock their citizens down, and their citizens accept it. That's up to them. Then I heard it was going to happen in San Francisco, which is the first major city in America, and I thought, in San Francisco, there's not a communist policy they don't seem to love, so they're going to do it. That's up to them. But it was devastating to hear because it was an American city. See, to me, the word lockdown is so alien to an American. Like, lockdown shouldn't even be a word in our vocabulary, you know? So then when I heard that they were going to do it in the statewide, I thought to myself, God right now is blessing me to be on the front lines of the fight against this tyranny and to battle the enemies of freedom. So I didn't get upset about the lockdowns. I was actually excited because it gave me an opportunity to expose these people and fight them. I believe that churches and businesses in any other war, it's the soldiers who go off and fight. But in this battle, the enemies of freedom picked the churches and the businesses as their primary targets, as the enemies. And they did so because they know, in the history of America at least, it's where the rebellions start. They start in churches, it's where people gather. They start in small pubs and restaurants and bars. So we took a hard stand from day one. We didn't wait when President Trump was walking around with a sign saying 15 days to slow the spread. Oh, please wait 15 days. We didn't wait 15 seconds. And we didn't resist. We took a hard, provocative, aggressive stand against the lockdown. So we stayed boldly openly. I mean, we operated openly. We didn't have a hidden door. None of that. It was open, and we actually put a flag in the front of the business, and I'll show it to you. That says "Live free or die," and it says "Don't tread on me." And that was the flag that we signaled to the community that we were going to stand up and fight. So the next thing that I did was I banned masks, and I banned masks because I felt that was the greatest weapon of the lockdown. It represented fear, control, and surrender. People now are wondering why these vax mandates exist. How can they dare try to pass these things? And it's because people caved on the mask.
That's right.
If people didn't cave on the mask, they would know they have no shot at passing the vax. But they know because they've been emboldened by people that are so willingly strapping on these masks on their face. So we ban them, and you can't get in with a mask. And if you even try to get in with a mask, they'll stop you at the door. We won't even let you stay on the perimeter of the property because we don't want to see any sign of the lockdown here ever. No remnants of the lockdowns ever. So when we ask you to take off the mask, when they take it off, if it's even hanging off your ear, we say no, you take it all the way off. And if they have it in their hand, we say put it in your purse, throw it in the trash. We don't want to see it. Because we want to keep this vintage America, you know.
Amen.
So the other thing too is very, very, very important. I feel is do not use exemptions when you fight for your freedom, because when you do, it's like being in at the Berlin Wall and asking for your papers back in the day of the Soviet Union. So I tell people don't use any exemptions, medical exemptions, religious exemptions, none of that. Because when you do, you're giving them authority over you that they don't have. You're asking for permission when you don't have to. And they want to drag you down the rabbit hole with the science. But science doesn't dictate freedom ever. It doesn't. The two don't go hand in hand at all. So I ignore all of that. And when I say not giving them authority, it means also when you're called to court, you don't go. You do not go and defend yourself for something that needs no defense. And the consequences are very, very, very high. But like I was just telling you just a little while ago, that when the consequences are high, it means you're fighting for something really, really important. If you wait till the fight's over, then you say you're going to fight. What are you really fighting for at that point in time? It's like stepping into the ring and you're swinging at nobody. They already knocked you out. They went into your house. They slept in your bed. They took your food from your refrigerator. They've already punked you. You know, so you have to stand up on day one. And minute one, you can't put blood in the water for these sharks because they'll sense the weakness. So what we did is we took an aggressive stand, and we've been provoking, we've been taunting, shaming, mocking, challenging the enemies of freedom openly, and we do it every day. And we've now been doing what you see here now for since day one that happened in California, which was March 19th, 2020. But again, I don't go to the court dates. I don't answer letters when they say they're going to fine us. I pretend they don't even exist because they're a bunch of these are just people. These are just people on a freaking power trip, you know. Yes. And you need to stop them before they even approach your door. Like you cannot allow the footprints and the fingerprints of the enemy in your business, in your church, in your life. And we dedicated our business on day one as a constitutional battleground in this fight. I said we are willing to lose everything and give everything up because this is bigger than ourselves. It's for our country, for our families, like you just said. And these are God-given freedoms that we have here in America that are protected by the U.S. Constitution. People have fought and died to defend it. Our founders they risked everything to give those protections that we have, and you should not dishonor them. You should honor them by fighting to defend them, because that's what they would want. So we're willing to sacrifice everything in the fight. And if you don't have a business, or you don't have a church, or you don't have a profile to fight, you can make the ground under your feet your own constitutional battleground every day. Meaning, when you're faced with the enemies of freedom, they test you. You push back and you wear them down. It's a battle of wills. We have to grind them down into the ground, meaning they have to tackle you to try to put a mask on you. You want to wear them out so badly, by the time the fight is over, they walk away feeling wounded, by your actions, and they say to themselves, I never want to do that again. And if we can outwill them, never tire, if we can outwill them, and you wake up every day with the energy to fight them, right? Then we have a great chance, because we have on our side we have spirit, we have God on our side, right? We have good on our side, we have freedom on our side. We're fighting for something important. They have nothing on their side except for the thirst for power and control, and it's evil. So it's good versus evil, and we can win if we fight aggressively.
How many tickets you got so far?
I can't even count anymore. Tickets, criminal cases, search warrants. I mean, they've come at with everything. But yeah, you can't tire. There's a saying a great football coach said one time. He said fatigue makes cowards of us all. And what he means by that is everybody's brave and a tough guy that wants to fight until fatigue sets in, and then the fear starts to creep in after that. And that's when you lose, and the enemy can feel it and sense it. So you have to be in shape spiritually, mentally, physically, every day you wake up ready to fight.
I noticed when I entered here, you have a very special thing over there.
This right here?
Yeah, that's from...
That's a cannon, a Civil War cannon, and that represents our fight. That's just like a tribute to the guys that have been around me and the people that have stood with me since the first days of the lockdown.
So yeah. This is like from 1770s?
That's from the 1780s, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, and it fires. And it's aimed at the door, as you can see. So, there's a reason for that.
That's why I was sitting a little bit over there.
Hey guys, there's a reason for that.
So would not target me.
Hey, you're okay now. He knows who you are. You're good.
So guys, I just want to say something. This is a restaurant owner, and he's willing to die on this hill. A hill of freedom, the liberty, the family, God, country. He's willing to sacrifice everything. Pastors, where are you, pastors? Where are you, clergymen? Where are you, priests and rabbis? You were raw from the pulpit, and the enemy showed up, and you're nowhere to be found. Where are you? I mean, seriously, he's more passionate about his restaurant business. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Not big
than
at
you
all.
are.
I'm passionate about my country. That's what I'm
you
passionate
know.
about.
But you keep your restaurant open.
But it's never been about the. Listen, I committed the business in the fight, meaning I didn't care about the bid. It was never about. It was not about the right to pay my bills or pay my rent or employ people. That didn't matter. What mattered is I got to use this as a battleground to like use it in the fight. You know what I mean? Being open is not for the sake of being open. It's for the sake of what it represents. If you want, we can show some of the signs outside. I
So,
can show you.
99% of the churches in Canada are closed. That's how much you care about your country and your freedom and your God.
And think about this. Churches are representing the greatest freedom fighter of all time, Jesus, and you are what you're doing is an insult.
Yes.
It's dishonoring him.
Yes.
Churches close on Easter. Are you kidding me?
Not mine.
Disgraceful.
I kick them
Not
out
yours.
on Easter.
Yeah, you kicked them out on Easter. I love that.
On Easter, what you do, you tell them, get out, you Nazi psychopaths, communists, whatever comes to your mind. Just tell them, get out.
Get out. Yeah.
Get out.
Let's go outside. I'll show you some of the stuff.
That's incredible piece of history.
So this here. Well, you can see it, but
Yeah,
it's kind of caught up now. But that's the first flag that I hung, and you can see it's been ripped at and torn at. And we don't know how to sew, but the guys know how to staple. So they've been stapling it closed since it's been ripped and torn. We have an American flag. I can't reach it, but it's up there too in our other trick flag. And then these are the original signs that we had on during the first week of the lockdowns. For the no mask policy we have. And then when they started requiring the vaccines in the state, we wanted to make a point, so we posted this. And this, of course, created a lot of stir, And then this guy, we all know what happened with him.
Yeah.
We
Sir,
take a hard
God
stand.
bless you, man. You are my hero.
Aw,
God
come
bless
on,
you.
man. Thank
God
you.
bless you. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
God bless Canada.
There you go. That's what it takes. A real man standing for a real thing, for his country, for his family. That's what it takes. A real man and a real woman to stand up and fight the good fight of faith. Be blessed.